painting sketch. Slightly worked. Cell phone iconography. Arguably these things are, synthesizing our unconscious. The whole AI data stream of, fiddling with our heads. So I think it's very apt that unconscious mark making should be inside a tabletop, smartphone icon, desktop. This is like lucid sketch painting. Some drawing and a few words up there. Yeah, interesting. I sort of go that way, but it's worth considering that way. This could be stretched. Still haven't quite figured out the ratio of stretching. So I find that there's a natural mystery to the figure and form and action and implied narrative there. Shit, that's pretty good that way too. Far out. Action. Exhaust. These are potentially exhaust stains that I sort of liminally work on, sort of half sort of trying, not trying. I think Wu Wei. I mentioned Wu Wei in another video, and Wu Wei actually means effortless action, I believe. Or doing nothing. Anyway, I'd like to introduce my new work that I have been beavering away at my desks, and it's a dangly piece. It's a dark dangly piece, and I've called it Unseen. And Unseen is a little bit like a class of artist that will not be in your retail contemporary art gallery, and probably won't try to be. There's a class of artists in New Zealand that has given up on the notion of ever entertaining being seen. And a lot of them probably include people that have been through institutions, jails perhaps, and struggle with various levels of mental health and health generally. And nonetheless, they are privy to the spirits and their own, if they would be fortunate enough to be involved with that. And so that's... The unseen is the medium. It is the essence of the energies of this land, in particular the South Island, Te Waipounamu. I'm not speaking for anyone else's ethnic corporate gig. I am a servant and messenger, though. The land itself has agency. I intend to wrap the nails there, the screws actually, bind them, as I've done in a lot of places in the work, with a sort of binding. archaic kind of ad hoc trench. This chap is interesting. So, James could talk. I've opted for a lot more space. It's not carvings. It's not hieroglyphs. It's not alien sci-fi. It's not dancing at the Down syndrome disco. Taken apart. Heretic, hero. Smashing shit up. The woman's refuge. 8 years old. I've had a lot of fun. That's the sandal that I wore through India and Egypt and Iceland. 6 or 7 or 8 months. Yeah. Bhakti good, eh? The kings, they last. It's pretty solid. I've triple checked it. So yeah, we're getting into the kind of puppet. We're getting into a sort of shadow puppet theatrics. They have a presence. They have a presence like a tribe. They have a presence like a ceremony, like a presentation, like a group photo. Ghouls, perhaps, or icons of some kind of prehistory, like Pan, like the tribal beast we all were. And yet it's a strange sort of glitchy language that I'm creating, that I'm authoring, that I'm extending and experimenting into. I love, the ink that spreads inside the grain of that piece of kindling that I cut. And there's another wonderful piece of that same piece of kindling with a knot in it. Where is that bit? Oh, there it is. I stained it, but look at the knot that stayed. Yeah. Now, this could be the exact moment we spend forever in. The sparkle in there is black sand from New Plymouth. And glue. So also the negative spaces in the centre columns especially. Yeah, I felt with this piece to really open it up more. I think it's got a Pacific Asia feel. I'm not entirely aware of what I'm doing, although I've been around. Yeah, thanks for seeing. And for people that do watch these, thank you very much for giving me audience. I really appreciate you spending the time looking. I know I'm quite often fairly self-indulgent with my rants and sharings, but when you're a self-made idiosyncratic iconoclast in the bottom of the world, well, you better use the freedom that you've got, because a lot of people don't got it. And well, that's my job, right? Kia ora.